Hello and welcome to another one of our videos. This is our 69 plate BMW 320d M Sport Shadow Edition. This is the Touring with the auto sports transmission gearbox. So it's got the 8-speed ZF gearbox and the paddle shift. The car's finished in Estoril Blue Metallic. It's done 20,000 miles or just over 20,000 miles with full dealer service history. Now, the whole car's been detailed and machine polished on the outside, and we use two different polishing motions. One is a rotary polishing motor to take out any little fine scratches, and then we have an orbiting which sort of oscillates around, the head moves around and takes out any sort of holograms, those reflections that you sometimes see in the sun. And what it gives you is a really nice crystal clear shine and a very glossy finish to the paintwork, and I think you can see that in the video there. That bonnet looks really, really nice. If we come in close, now on all of these BMWs, they have a very hard lacquer, and obviously you get a few little stones come up, and I'm just trying to see if there's a tiny wincy little chip that's been touched in there. It's really small. And we've got another one just there. They've all been touched in. You can see how small they are. I mean, I'm getting in really close. If I come back out, you can see the actual bonnet looks really nice. But just a couple of small little tiny, say, stone chips on there, but nothing nasty. If we come down and look at the front of the bumper, you can see the finish is really nice. Again, another area, you just get a few, we call it peppering, just a few little chips. Now, we've just touched these in a minute ago. We'll wipe some of the excess off of those, but you can see when you come out, you can't really see it. It's only when you get in really close. Now, the Shadow Editions all get these LED lights with the black band at the bottom. So this bit just along in here is finished in black, not silver, which it is on the standard M Sport. And then you get the black gloss kidney grills to complete the look of the Shadow Edition, with the black wing mirror covers as well, finished in black gloss. I'll just come round and show you this side as well. Come in nice and close. You can see it's a really nice colour. Looks really good with the black. And those headlights, there's no peppering on the headlights either. We'll come in really close. The headlights are all in really nice condition. All the fog lights. In fact, while we're here, if we look down the side of the car, you can just see how true all of those panels are and what a lovely shine we have down the side of the car. I'm just going to come back out a little bit so you can see around the car. Just come back, and there we can see the side profile of the car. Really nice looking cars, the Tourings. Now, we've got the 704M 19-inch alloy wheels with the M Sport brakes. So they've got a bigger caliper and bigger discs. They're 370mm, the discs on the M Sport brakes. I'll just show you the rear wheel as well. All of the brake discs are in nice condition as well. All of our cars go round to the local BMW specialist to have them checked and any servicing done. Now, if I just unlock it again, you can see we've got these all LED lights under the handles. If I come up onto the roof, there's no nasty scratches or anything. There's not even any chips at the front. There's no scratches. I just move along nice and slowly. Got the black roof bars, and up onto the top here, you can see it's all in nice condition. Again, round the filler cap, these are the areas to check. There's no scratches around here either. All in beautiful. It's come up really nice, this paintwork. We've got the AdBlue tank as well. So basically the AdBlue tank, I think it takes between, I don't know, 10 or some of them are 20 litres. And what that does is it splits the nitrous oxide into nitrogen and oxygen to make it better for the atmosphere. and healthier, well, so it's not bad for your lungs basically. Now also on the Shadow Edition, you have these darker smoked rear lenses. We've got the rear parking sensors. Let me just come round to the back. There we go. So we've got rear parking sensors. All of the exhaust tips really nice and clean, all been polished up. If you just look at that shine, there's no scratches, there's no damage. I'll show you this again in a minute, but there's no marks up on there. We've got the sun protection glass at the back of the car, which reflects the heat out of the car. I'll just look down the side again. And then this rear wheel, it's running on the Bridgestone run flat tyres. And this wheel's all in lovely condition. Let's take you to the front. So all the wheels are in lovely condition, no marks at all there. And all the wing mirrors, as I say, finished in black gloss. So let's just come back out and show you the car from this side. The nice thing about the 320d is it's a really good balance of power and economy. You've got a 190 PS engine, I think it's about 184 brake horsepower, 186, something like that. And then you can comfortably get 50 to the gallon in Eco Pro mode. So inside, we also have the Harman Kardon sound system. So this is a 16 speaker system with a bigger amplifier. Speakers down there. There are also speakers under the seat and additional speakers up at the front here. So a really nice sound system. Without it, they do I think you've got the standard sound system, which is a little bit hollow. Then there's a loudspeaker system, which is a bit better, but the Harman Kardon is pretty much the best one that they do on this car or this model. Some of the bigger models have other systems like Bang & Olufsen, but you don't see that on the 320s. You've got the puddle lights under there as well. The door card, all in lovely condition. We've got the pearl, what they call the pearl chrome finisher, which is this banded on the top. And then the carbon effect door handle. This is all metal, not painted or anything. So it's quite hard wearing. We come down and look at the seals. We've still got the protective stickers over these door seals. They'd actually peel off, but we've left them on there for now. And the new owner can always take those off if they wish to. All around the the door shut. All of the rubbers. Everything's in lovely condition. The original mats, all in nice condition. No damage on the front. And if we look at the leather on the seats, really nice condition. The bolsters either side here and here inflate with a little rocker button there to grip you in the seat. And your headrests. And then we've got the professional media, which is an optional extra on this car, as is the heated seats. So on the professional media, we've got this iDrive wheel just down here, which you can also write on. There's an 80 gig hard drive in the professional media as well. And we've got heads-up display, which I'll attempt to show you when I jump in the car, but just in case I can't, it's also got the heads-up display. Another reason why I purchased this car. Not very often you see that on the 320s. Especially in the marketplace at the moment, where it's very difficult to find cars of nice spec. And then we've got the door card on the near side rear here. And no marks. Got the puddle lights. And then if we look, there's no marks or scratches from seat belts or anything. And the back of the seats as well, Another area to check, sometimes these can be really quite scuffed from either people's feet or from having stuff in the boot when the seats are down and it's scuffing the back, but this is all lovely. All of the vents in the back there. And then the leather. There's no indentations from any child seats or anything like that. All the leather is in really nice condition. And we've got, just show you, cup holders with the center arm rest in the middle there. Okay, so we'll come round to the back. We can open up the boot. The boot can be opened with the key and closed with the key, or the handle, and then we've got a button up here. I can get it in focus, there we go. To close the boot if you wish. No scuff marks up here either. Your warning triangles in that section there. And you've got some lights as well. If we look at this parcel shelf, or blind, if you want to call it that, again, not damaged. The reason I'm showing you this is sometimes people take them out the car and they lean them up against the wall in the garage and they end up with all scuff marks and all the black bits come off and they get damaged. But this one is all in beautiful condition. We've got the netting there, the cargo net. Now, when the seats are dropped down, that netting section can be fixed into those two location points in the back there. So you can have the netting just behind the driver and passenger seat to stop anything coming crashing forward on you. If we have a look under here, we've got the locking wheel nut, and you can also lay in there the pull-out parcel shelf, as you can see from that picture, if I can get that in focus. There we go. We've got extended storage. Got this little elasticated bit on the back, and there's a cubby hole at the front of the car. Little hooks that pull out like so for your shopping bags so they don't go all over the boot. We've got a 12-volt socket on this side as well. Now, if we come down here, look how clean this is. It's not scuffed, it's all in really nice condition. And all up round here, it's just like new. Okay, so we'll put the boot down, we'll use the key. Now, on the Tourings, you can open this glass panel separately as well. Quite handy, especially if you've got a dog or a pet in the back. The door card on this side, just checking this out, and there's no damage or no scratches. All the side of the door card, all lovely, all nice under there. And then again, all the rubbers, etc., all nice and clean. And then the back of the seat on this side, the leather. Sorry about the light, it's so bright. Okay, so just run the camera down here actually. There's no chipping on the door edge. There's no scratches around the handles. It's all in really nice condition. Let's just turn those lights off for a second. Right, so outer edge of the driver door card. So basically, the reason I show this is sometimes you get dig marks in here from where the seatbelt buckle gets jammed in between the door card and the opening. So it's worth pointing out that it's in lovely condition. And no scuff marks along here. Beautiful and clean in here. The driver's seat, all of the bolsters, all in lovely condition. Okay, let's jump in. And it's very cold out there today. Start the car up. Let's just move this seat back over here and put this down a fraction. So if we flip those lights back on now. So the exact mileage at the moment is 20,467 miles. Now I'm going to attempt to show you the heads-up display. Now before I do, in fact, if we go in, excuse me, let's get this right. I'll show you where we are here. So this is all touchscreen. I'll come to that in a minute, but I'm just going to make sure the brightness is up. So I may as well show you. You go into these settings here, you go into displays. This is where you can get all the information. This is the information that the heads-up display will show you. Cruise control, navigation, control messages, like I say, everything on there. Now here, the brightness is all the way up, and if we come down to here, you can adjust the height of the heads-up display, and you can adjust the rotation. So if it doesn't look square and it feels a little bit ski-with, you can adjust it so it's square to your eye line. So I'm just going to zoom in, try and get this in focus. Now, okay, just where the kidney grills are on that white 1 Series in front, you can just make out the I'm flicking through the DAB channels. It's a bit hard to see. This is what I was saying, you might not see it, but that's your heads-up display, and it's a reflection from this display down here up onto the screen and forward, so it looks like the information's at the end of the bonnet. Okay, we've got speed limiter and cruise control on this side, which you can adjust with this button. Now your mode button, this is the button to flick through the display, the heads-up display, from DAB, FM, online entertainment, etc. Volume obviously, and then you can flick through. This is voice control, of course. Now if we come over to where the professional meter is, I'll say it's all touchscreen. You can actually move these all around. If we go into, I use the iDrive wheel, so I get my hand out the way. So we currently have it a split screen view on. So if we come across to the right, these are all the different windows that you can have on the right hand side here. So you've got the choice of everything on here. You can have the weather up there if you wish. Press down. Oh, let's just go back, and if we get rid of the split screen there, we're onto one there. If we come over to the left, this is where you've got all the sub menus. So route guidance, we can go in there, enter destination, and here you can either press down and talk, or you can write with your finger on the top of the iDrive wheel. And then if you need to leave a space, just go across like so, and it'll make a space. Handy when you're putting in certain postcodes, etc. as well. So come out of there. So one of the other things you can do with the navigation, I'll just click on the map again, is the buttons down here, your 1 to 8, you can use these for shortcuts. So this window that we have now is now saved. If we come over to the left and go down to the map views, we currently have the perspective view saved. We can now change the view to in direction of travel. Ideal for when you're in like London or a big city centre and you've got lots of roads and you want to see exactly where you are. We can measure, we can press the memory button number 7, and if you press number 8 now, it will flick to the other view. So just a shortcut there. You can also put telephone numbers into these shortcuts, radio stations, etc. So that's quite handy. My vehicles, so in here, as you can see on the right hand side, you've got all the different settings, lighting. In fact, if we go into lighting, I think this is bound to be on sport. Oh, it is. Surprise, surprise. Let's put it on classic, because in the classic you can actually see the lighting around there, climate control panel, and up under the door. If I just show you, if I change that now to sport, it goes white, but you can't really see it very clearly, so we'll put it back in classic because it tends to show up better. We've got our heated seats here as well. Pop that on. Dual climate control. So we go into my vehicle and carry on down. We've got driver profiles. Each key can be named in here, and then the key will remember all of your radio stations and all the settings that you set on the car with that key. So you can have your own key with your own settings. You got your tyre pressure monitor in here, your AdBlue, so this is where it tells you your remaining range and how many litres to refill. And basically you want to let this run down till it tells you to fill it up, because AdBlue has like a life expectancy or a life expiry, so don't sort of top it up. You want to use it all up and then put a fresh load of AdBlue in. So let's just come over to here. Sorry if I'm mumbling through some of this, it's been a busy day. So if we go to the top here, this will show you the history of the servicing. That's the pre-delivery inspection there, and this will be the oil and filter for the first change. They're every 2 years or 19,000 miles, or I think it's 19,000 miles on this engine. Yeah, you can see it was done within 18,000 miles there. And then the next one was a brake fluid. So the brake fluid's done on the 3rd year generally, and then after that every 2 years. If we go back to the previous screen, you'll see that engine oil is not due to next August, or 16,000 miles. Vehicle check at the same time. Brake fluid's got 2 years. I think we've just done that actually. Front brake pads, I've got loads of life. They might not quite have 70,000 miles in them. I don't know where they get these numbers from sometimes. And the rear the same, but they have a wear sensor, so they'll tell you when they're getting close again. Right, let's come out of there. We've got the ZF gearbox here, drive, sport mode on the gearbox on that side. Just put that back into, rear parking sensors there. Now the drive mode button down here, I don't know if you can see that, Eco Pro and Sport. If we go into Eco Pro, let's just get rid of that. Okay. So in Eco Pro mode, what this essentially does is it puts the engine into a lean burning sort of mode. And you'll see that if we go into configure, the car is running at 90% efficiency with all these options on. If you take the options off, you see it drops right down to 60. Ooh. In fact, what you can do is giving you a tip for a speed to drive at. If you drop that down to 70, it's actually gone up to 94% now, and it will raise if you slow down a bit more. Coasting, basically with this on, which it is at the moment, when you come off the throttle, it's the car will sort of coast. There won't be any engine braking, it'll just roll on, and that gives you much better fuel economy. So when you want to take it easy, put it into Eco Pro. Comfort is a balanced setting, and then Sport or Sport Plus, which turns part of the traction off. This engages like a sportier drive, more responsive on the throttle, gives you the full power, etc. You've got some display windows here that give you, if I rev the engine, you can see all your power delivery and so forth. All of the books are in here. We've got a 12-volt socket up under the glove box, one in here, all nice and clean in there, by the way. All around the gear shift, you can see there's no scratches or damage. It's like new. And then In here we have the USB as well. You can stream all your music into the car. This little button here, this is your high beam assist. There's a camera just up here, and when the lights come on and you've got the lights on auto, press that button and the main beam will automatically dip when you go into lit up area or oncoming traffic. When the lights shine from the cars coming the other way, the camera picks them up and it automatically drops the main beam down so that you don't blind them. And then as soon as they pass, it will pop back up onto high beam again. Right, well, 2 pops of the boot release. Take a look under the bonnet. Really nice and clean under here again. We clean all the engine blades by hand, and these are a lot of WD-40. We don't just blast it with a jet wash. You don't really want to be doing that. Just a little bit around the outside edges maybe, but really nice and clean. This is all done by the guys here. And what twin power turbo means is the turbo has 2 inlet ports. Worth googling that because it's quite interesting. So it's sort of set up that the firing from each cylinder is timed, that it goes through the separate ports and gives you a much better responsive drive. There's less lag, or barely any lag to be honest with you, and known as a twin scroll turbo. So there we have it, our Estoril Blue 320 Touring with a really nice spec on it. We've got lots of different finance packages or options: lease purchase, hire purchase, PCP, extended warranties, really good caliber warranties that allow you to go into the main dealer for any work to be carried out on the extended warranties. I think it's got some manufacturer's warranty left on this one, but we'll check that and put it in the advert. Thank you for watching. Hope to speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.